Before we start with this one, I'd like for us to go a couple years back in time, all the way down to memory lane. Picture you're at school, in the middle of a boring class waiting for the bell to ring, all while you think about coming home to play that video game. Maybe it's an online game with friends, a new release of a game you like, or depending how long ago, maybe you rented a new game for the weekend and you're excited to play till late at night. Then you get back home, you toss your school bag, you boot up your PC, handheld, or console, and start playing. I remember leaving my computer on all night downloading the game just to play it as soon as I made it back home. I grew up in an elderly neighborhood, so video games and TV were my only entertainment back then. Though people around me never understood why I stuck too much to video games. A memory that I have burned into my brain is me playing Medal of Honor Allied Assault with my father. Specifically, this mission where we had to infiltrate a German facility and destroy a U-boat. At that time, I forgot that I was a kid entirely. Instead, I felt like a soldier trying to avoid being detected while flashing stolen identity papers to destroy that U-boat and escape in one piece. That was the magic of video games back then. From behind the screen, you could be anyone and be wherever you wanted to be. From a cool-looking bandicoot wrecking boxes, dodging obstacles and fighting Dr. Neocortex, to a hedgehog that moved fast, destroyed robots and fought two bald guys, a rookie police officer trying to survive the worst first day at work while fighting zombies, tyrants, and mutated creatures, or, how can we forget, a scientist that stopped an alien invasion with a crowbar. On the other side of the coin, you had games that feature more creative options like Minecraft and garrysmod. You could spend hours on Minecraft building crazy contraptions, secret bases with complex entrances, or even try your hand at pixel art. And yes, I also built secret bases on single-player worlds. We've all been there. All of this with little to no limitations and consequences. Building was not your thing? You could explore the never-ending generated maps, add cool mods, or if you wanted a challenge, you could play on hardcore and see how far you could go without losing your world. In garrysmod, you could spend hours trying different add-ons, setting up huge wars between factions, or finding ways to troll your friends in multiplayer.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but
No friends, no problem. You had a huge selection of servers available, from Trouble in Terrorist Town to roleplay servers, hide and seek, you name it. I believe the reason that most of us stuck to video games is because we found in them a temporary getaway from reality. From chores, school, work, and bad days, it distracted us of what bogged us down at the time and allowed us to enjoy ourselves with meaningful characters and wonderful stories in a virtual environment, where our only restriction was the hardware and the engine capabilities. At that time, games used to feel like a new adventure. Everything around you felt new and exciting. The game encouraged you to explore the map and teased you with rewards that you actually had to look around and solve puzzles to get. I remember reading something online a couple years back that I still take to heart to this day. Games reward exploration. Sure, you could go from point A to point B and then to the finish line, but sometimes it could have been easier if you picked up a certain item to help you along the way. Maybe that extra ammo you picked up saved your life while looking for ink ray bombs to save your game, or maybe that green herb that you found earlier gave you a fighting chance against a certain enemy. Speaking of exploration and rewards, I'd like to ask you, dear viewer, when was the last time that you got stuck while trying to solve a puzzle? Like, really stuck? This might be an unpopular opinion, but I've noticed that video games today are too accessible. I don't mean that monetarily, because some games today are expensive as fuck. Neither in regards of handicapped assistance, I actually believe that's great. I'm talking about how developers don't want you to have a hard time, and it shows. They grab you by the hand with tips, maybe they have an NPC that gives you the exact answer to the puzzle, or Maybe you run into the famous yellow paint, yellow clothes, or yellow tarp that guides you exactly where you need to go. Sure, some of those options disappear depending on the difficulty you're playing on, and maybe some games allow you to turn off that assistance completely. But still, solving puzzles in most games today is not as rewarding as it was at the time. I remember being 11 years old, playing the OG Resident Evil 4 on PS2 and trying to understand how to position the crystals at the church to make the symbol of Las Plagas. Another hard puzzle that I remember was the rotating cube puzzle in the original Silent Hill 2. Boy, if I banged my head against the wall trying to understand how to solve it. I mean, sure, sometimes puzzles slowed the game down and got frustrating, but that was the idea. You actually had to sit down 5 minutes and think. You had to use your brain to try and understand what you had to do and how to move forward. Besides, nothing beats the feeling of helping a friend solve a puzzle in which he was stuck for a considerable and shameful amount of time. I strongly believe that we used to enjoy video games a lot more back then. There used to be something that pushed you to explore every corner of the map, every exploration with an NPC, or even looking around for Easter eggs and rewards. Now, coming back to the present, has any recent game made you feel the same way? Personally, I can only bring up 5 games at the top of my head. Not just for the exploration factor, but also because of replayability. Whether you wanted to try different decisions and paths in Cyberpunk 2077 and Baldur's Gate 3 to either get the true ending in Alanwake 2, maybe even replaying the game with a cool weapon with infinite ammo in Resident Evil 4, or, if you like the challenge, trying to beat Ultra Nightmare difficulty in Doom. And yes, I still struggle with Eternal. As of today, it feels like we're lacking games with that replayability factor. There are some really good games out there, sure, but most of the time there's little to no incentive to try out a second run. Speaking with a friend the other day, I came to the conclusion that a lot of games should borrow a page from Resident Evil's book. Resident Evil 4 is the holy grail of replayable games, and I will die on that hill, come fight me. From unlocking new difficulties, extra weapons, infinite ammo and skins, to unlocking new game modes like mercenaries and separate ways. I know damn well that I spend a ridiculous amount of time playing mercenaries. Either way, I believe that if devs could motivate the player to give their games a second run, it'd be a great opportunity to squeeze the full potential of their game. Even a simple New Game Plus where you can try different options could be more than enough to actually play it again. I personally don't like the play again to unlock the true ending approach, but I have to admit Alan Wake 2 did a really good job at that, and in my opinion, fits really well within the story. Okay, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say for today. Thanks for sticking until the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. I'll be posting updates on my community tab, and I also made an X account where I'll be doing pretty much the same thing. Feel free to drop a follow. I'd love to know which childhood games you thought about earlier in the video. Drop the name in the comments if you'd like to share it, and also if you want to hear my thoughts on the current state of AAA games, here's the link to my previous video. Stay smooth. Cheers.